Class 2A regional semifinal action here tonight between your Carterville Lions and the host team, Hamilton County Foxes. Dave McKenzie, John Homan. We just watched the Benton Rangers take care of Carmi-White County. John Homan rather handily. It was 53-23, the final score, and good ball game from the Benton Rangers.
Yeah, they struggled a little bit shooting the basketball in the first half. They played really well defensively, forced a lot of turnovers, shot better in the second half, made it a rout. Carmi struggled to score on many occasions, would sometimes miss some bunnies down low. But Benton was clearly the better team any way you slice it. And what a shocker, Dr. Tedeschi had a good game, as did tonight, as did Schaefer. He had a big game.
Yeah, he did have a big game. 53-23, so the Benton Rangers, the first to advance to the regional final game, coming up Friday night at 7 o'clock. And this next game is going to determine who's going to face the Benton Rangers. Will it be the Hamilton County Foxes, or will it be the Carterville Lions? Hamco comes into this game a very respectable 21-9 on the season. They play, of course, in that Black Diamond East Conference, finished 8-2 in conference play. Your Carterville Lions 17-12, but I tell you what, John Homan, they saved the best for the last 7 games as they're riding a 7-game winning streak.
Well, they certainly did, and you want to be playing your best at the end of the season. The Lions have no doubt done that. Let's see how they can play in this tournament. They should handle the Foxes tonight. They beat them by, what was it, running score, 30-plus, wasn't it, I believe, over at the Benton Invitational Tournament.
Yep.
So there's no reason to lose this ball game.
58-25.
Yeah, so there's no reason to lose this ball game tonight. We may not see running score here on the McLeansboro home floor, but it should be a handy win for Carterville if the Lions come to play tonight.
We're going to go on and take a break here on our pregame show. We're sorry for a little tardy getting started here this evening, as we had to wait a spot to open up so we could get everything set up. But we're going to go on and take a break. When we come back, we'll continue here from Hamilton County High School. It's Carterville Lions basketball on NewsRadio WJPF.
At the Bank of Heron, we know that between family and work, it can be a challenge to find the time to take care of things like going to the bank. And really what you need is a way to the ways our mobile banking app can save you a trip to the bank. We love for you to come and see us, but now you don't have to. The Bank of Heron, it's not just a bank, it's mobile banking. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Montgomery's Place.
Can John hear me, D-Mac?
I can.
Yeah.
Lunch break, a craft dinner.
John, I was going to tell you that at the final game, our Woodlawn Regional game we played, River was able to get into the number.
Back at Hamilton County High School, Dave McKenzie and John Homan with you. Both teams are out on the floor going through their pregame shoot-around. And, John, let's talk about the Lions and what they've done here to close out the regular season. A 7-game winning streak. They knock off Murfreesboro in the season finale impressively. I mean, came out smoking from the jump and held Murphy down and played spoiler. The Heron Tigers, the beneficiary of that.
Absolutely. There'll be a gift sent in the mail, I'm sure, from Heron to Carterville. But anytime you go into Murfreesboro and smoke them on their home floor, you've really accomplished something. And 52-33, I believe it was. And boy, Carterville just dominated from the get-go. And what a way to finish the regular season. We'll see how that carries over to the tournament, here, the regional tournament. Everyone's really curious, can Carterville, if they can pull an upset over Murfreesboro, can they find a way to upset the top seed Benton Rangers? And that will be a chore should Carterville win tonight. They would meet Friday night in the regional championship game here. And the good news is, Dave, is that the game's not at Benton. The game's here on a neutral floor. And to be quite honest, tonight, the Rangers did not shoot the ball very well. I mean, they shot well enough, but not very well considering how they can play, how we've seen them play.
Good point. And you know the one thing, we didn't get to play the Pinckneyville Panthers this year.
Right.
And I would have liked to have had a chance to play them to see how we gauge so that maybe we could have a better idea of what we're looking at in a second Benton game this year.
I kind of look at it the opposite way. The way I look at it was that not playing Pinckneyville last Tuesday was a blessing, because if they had come out and handled Carterville, that might have really demoralized them going into the Murfreesboro game. And so, you know, you have to kind of pick and choose, I guess. I mean, it could have been
valid point.
It could have been good either way, and turned out to be a break for the Lions, maybe that they didn't play them, but we'll never know. And hopefully this strong run by the Lions here at the end of the year will carry over to tonight and Friday night.
It's a valid point. I cannot argue with that reasoning right there. Starting lineups are being announced here tonight. We're going to go. Carterville is actually going to be the home team here this evening. They're in their home whites, so Hamilton County, even though we're on the Jerry Sloan Gymnasium, what a historic basketball figure that is. The Carterville Lions are going to be the home team tonight. So
higher seed.
Hamilton County, of course, Carterville, the number 4 seed, Hamco, a number 8 seed. When you look at the starters for Coach Doug Mill, he's going to start number 11, Caleb Carson, the 6'5 senior. Number 20, the 6-foot junior, Laban Dial. The 6'3 senior, number 24, Jack Zellers. Ethan Kessler, number 30, the 6'3 junior. And finally, it's going to be 5'10 junior, number 42, Braxton Miller. Carson, Dial, Zellers, Kessler, Miller, the starting 5 for Coach Doug Mills.
Well, they struggled against Carterville a couple of months ago. We'll see how, actually, just a month or so ago. We'll see how they do tonight, how much better they are on the home floor. They're going to have their hands full trying to guard Carterville.
Starting lineup for your Carterville Lions being announced for Coach Shane Hawkins. Same we've seen all season long. Number 3, Alex Kimbrough, the 6-foot senior. Number 3. Number 11, the 5'10 junior, Caden Wilson, the 6'4 junior. Number 21, Colton Hawkins. Number 23, Parker Poole, the 6'4 senior. And Maddox Gully, the 5'9 sophomore, number 25. Kimbrough, Wilson, Hawkins, Poole, Gully, starting 5 for your Carterville Lions. We appreciate you tuning in here on News Radio WJPF. And yes, the live stream is up and running. You can go to YouTube and watch and listen to the call right there on our YouTube channel. And thank you for tuning in here tonight. Carterville, they are 17-12 overall. Hamilton County 21-9. Lions are averaging about 51 points a ball game, 52 for Hamco, but Carterville only allows about 44 points a game.
That's huge. The defense has been solid all year, and there's no reason to believe it will not continue. What we wanted to see was improved shooting, and we saw that down the stretch.
Yes, we did. So, Foxes are the first to take the floor. Here come the Carterville Lions, and we are just seconds away from the tip-off here at Hamco. It's going to be Parker Poole, who's been playing so good of late for the Carterville Lions. In the last matchup between these two teams, he had 14 points for the Lions in that win. The Lions won that first matchup 58-25. Carterville moving left to right on your radio dial. Win the tip and have it in the front court as Caden Wilson has his first touch. Now Kimbrough gets a touch, dumps it to Poole, lost it, but gets it right back. Feeds it to Hawkins, and Colton Hawkins gets fouled right off the jump here.
Thought Alex had the baseline for a layup, but he decided to kick it back out. I want to see these young men, when they've got their man beat, take it strong to the rack.
So it was Caleb Carson that picks up the first. For Hamco, jumper from Parker Poole, and air ball goes over the top. Here come the Foxes for their first touch of the game. As they work it around top of the key here, Braxton Miller has it back toward the logo. The home floor for the Hamilton County Foxes. With it now is Laban Dial. Now back up top, back to Zellers, and it's top of the key to Miller. Now getting the first touch, Caleb Carson. And ball back to the midcourt. Jumper and shot up and no good. Parker Poole gets the rebound for the Carterville Lions. No score here. Minute 10 gone in this first quarter. Carterville's Maddox Gully feeds Poole. Poole's jumper is good. Parker Poole gets the first bucket of the ball game.
Nice little head fake. Got a little separation. Hit the 8-footer.
So Foxes with the basketball. It's Laban Dial. Dishes it off to Braxton Miller. Miller, the junior, dribbles around here to the near side. Ball tipped out of bounds. Last touched, I believe, by Caden Wilson. It's going to be Foxes triggering in. Baseline left. They lob it up front to Ethan Kessler. Kessler to the right corner. Feeds it to Dial, and a dunk as Caleb Carson got free in the paint. Ties the ball game 2-2. Kessler, or Caleb Carson rather, had 6 in the first matchup. Caden Wilson's jumper's good for the Lions. Lions are up 4-2. Here comes Miller, across the top of the key. Drives to the top of the lane, dishes it off. Carson has it. Carson looks around. Throws it back to Miller. Miller brings it near side, left of the circle to Laban Dial. Dial feeds the paint, that's Carson. And Parker Poole just picked up his first foul. First team foul on the Lions, each team with 1 team foul. They feed it in to Miller. Miller bounce pass up top to Zellers. Zellers now to Kessler. Toward the corner, down low. Pass intended for Carson. Not good. Lions steal it. They go the other way. The ball was last touched by Braxton Miller. And it's out of bounds, staying with the Carterville Lions.
I don't think there's any way you can move on this platform that will allow me to see.
Okay.
So, on one end of the floor. But appreciate it.
Lions, Gully over to the left wing. That's Wilson. Wilson in the paint, puts it up with the right hand. Good shot. Nice touch from Caden Wilson. He's got 2 field goals. Lions are up 6-2 here. 4:50 remaining in this first quarter. Bringing the ball to the near side. Miller dribbles, crosses over, dishes it left wing. Caden Wilson with quick hands knocks it out of bounds. I'm showing a number 12 on the floor, and I'm not seeing him on our roster.
Number 12 for Hamco.
For Hamco. He was on the floor earlier. I'm sorry.
He must be a JV player that's not on the varsity list that we have here.
Right there.
Yeah.
Or no, maybe that's, never mind.
24 scores.
Yep.
That's Mr. Zellers.
Zellers gets the bucket. Poole off the glass and good for the Lions.
Off the feed from Kimbrough.
Yeah. 2 buckets from Caden Wilson, 2 from Parker Poole. Lions are up 8-4. 4 minutes remaining in the opening quarter. As Dial had the ball stripped out of his hands, but a foul is going to be called. I believe it's going to be on Maddox Gully. 2-0. Actually, it's going to be
on Foxes. Oh, no, wait a second.
Oh, it's going to be against Laban Dial.
Yeah, I thought it was on the Foxes.
So the turnover gives it back to the Lions. 2 turnovers on Hamilton County. Here comes Maddox Gully. Maddox whips the ball to the right wing. That's Caden Wilson with the left-hand dribble crossed up. Bumps into the block. Now throws it out to the left wing to Kimbrough. Alex brings it to the right side. Gully got free. Left-hand runner blocked. Carson got the block. 3 from the corner for the Lions, no good. And it's Braxton Miller that drives it into the front court. Now it's a 3-ball from the left wing for Ethan Kessler. Pulls the Foxes to within 1. It's 8-7 here in this regional semifinal. And a bump foul is going to be called on the Foxes. Jack Zellers just picked up the personal foul. It's going to be the third team foul. 3:20 remaining. Hawkins to Poole. Poole, little mid-range jumper off the mark, and a rebound by Ethan Kessler for Hamco. Driving into the block, dumps it down low, an easy bucket for Caleb Carson. Hamilton County has taken the 1-point lead here with 3 minutes remaining in this opening quarter.
Playing well here on the home floor.
They are playing very well. So here's Caden Wilson. Wilson to Poole. Poole off the glass, the bucket and the foul. Oh, he traveled.
Oh, my.
They say he shuffled his feet going to the rim. And that's going to be the first turnover on the Lions.
Okay. Well, we weren't close enough to see it, but we certainly didn't see the movement.
So 9-8 here, 2:45 remaining in the first quarter. Here comes Hamco. Here to Miller, now to Jace Cross, who's on the floor, to the near side. Kessler hands it back to Miller. Braxton around the top of the key with a left-hand dribble, has Jaden Wilson on him, who just checked into the game for the Lions. Miller traveled with the ball as he tried to back his way into the paint, got his feet tangled up, I do believe. Third turnover on Hamco. Carterville brings it into the front court. Colton Hawkins forces a shot, no good. Ball's being tipped around, tied up on the floor. Carterville's Amarion Adams got it and put up the shot. Too strong, and Fox is another rebound into the front court. Here comes Cross. Feeds it to Carson. That's a charge. Caleb Carson runs over the top of the Carterville defender. I believe that was Caden Wilson. And that's going to be a turnover number 4. Length of the floor to go for the Lions. 2 minutes remaining here in the opening quarter. 9-8, Hamilton County, the 1-point lead. Jaden Wilson to Alex Kimbrough. Kimbrough looks to feed the post. Hawkins is asking for it. Back to Jaden. They get it to Hawkins, and Colton pushed off from behind as he picks up the foul. The turnover, the second on the Lions. Gives it back to the Hamilton County Foxes. Here comes Miller. Braxton, bounce pass over to the right side. Stepped out of bounds, turning it over. Stepped out on that far sideline. Caught it with his heel. So Carterville another opportunity here. Minute 35 remaining in this first quarter. 9-8 is our score. Lions trail by 1. Jaden Wilson up top, got pushed, no call. Reverses out up top to the left side. Good defense, the man defense being played by the Foxes. Caden Wilson got free, dumps it to Amarion Adams, finishes and gets fouled. And has 2 free throws coming. Couldn't get the bucket to fall.
No, he did not. Had to make those. I know he was bumped, but just a 2-footer off the glass.
Good feed from Caden Wilson to Amarion. The foul was on Ethan Kessler. That's the first on Kessler. And Amarion Adams is a very good free throw shooter as he steps up and knocks down the first one. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by IBEW Local 702, the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 702, providing a better lifestyle for members, a better life for all. Marion goes 1 for 2 as he misses the second. They bring it to the front court. Foxes moving right to left with 65 seconds remaining here in this first quarter. It's a tie ball game, 9-9. Up top, Kessler brings it to the left of the circle. Bounce pass now to Dial. And it's Miller that takes control. Around the screen, left wing, top of the key to Kessler. Kessler behind the back, reverses it back here to the near side. Keeps dribbling around up top. 40 seconds remaining in this tie ball game. Appears that Hamco wants to play for the final shot. Bounce pass to Laban Dial. Dial with the left-hand dribble, got free. The runner with the right hand, blocked by Hawkins. Second opportunity. The shot from Zellers is blocked, but the foul is going to be on Carterville. The foul is going to be on Amarion Adams, his first. And that puts Jack Zellers at the line for the Foxes. Zellers steps up, knocks down the first one. Hamilton County back up one now. 10-9 with 27 seconds left. Second free throw in the air. Good. 11-9. Carterville a chance to close out the quarter, though. Here they come into the front court. Caden Wilson. Caden dribbles it to the near side hash. Just across the logo with the left-hand dribble. 12, 11, 10 on the clock now. Has it up top, got the screen from Hawkins. Drives to the right side, pull-up jumper from Wilson, no good. Rebound, Hamco. Right back to Carterville. The steal by Jaden Wilson. The shot at the buzzer ends the first quarter falling short. Good first quarter for Hamco as they have a 2-point lead. They're up 11-9 over the Lions. We'll be back in 60 seconds here on News Radio WJPF.
Central Hospital for Animals in Marion, Heron, Carbondale, and Harrisburg has been taking care of your furry family members for over 40 years. Sure, they do wellness visits and routine vaccinations, but you might not know about everything they offer, like orthopedic surgery for pets with hip or knee injuries, and laser therapy to reduce inflammation, pain, or promote wound healing. Noticing that your pet stopped jumping? Maybe they've just slowed down in general. Central Hospital for Animals offers chiropractic services
Christopher's
too.
up 14-4 against Woodlawn in the first quarter.
I was reminded again that Southern Illinois is something special, and I met team members at Carterville. They have taken the time to get to know me and support my goals. I learned what a true partner they are to their customers and communities. Best of all, they offer a Saluki Visa debit card that supports SIU scholarships and athletics. I can access 55,000 ATMs with no fees, plus have convenient banking with their mobile app. That was an easy win for me. Pantera Bank, official partner of Saluki Athletics, member FDIC.
This Lions broadcast is brought to you by Stephen Rich's Barber Styling for men, women, and children, offering cuts, styling, and perming. Walk-ins are welcome. South Division Street in Carterville. That's Stephen Rich's Barber Styling. Good first quarter for Hamilton County.
Very good first quarter. They played very well defensively. I was impressed with the man defense. They were 4 out of 6, the Foxes were, from the field, and the Lions were 4 of 11. So the Lions need to pick up their shooting from the outside.
Ball was tipped out of bounds by Carterville. So it stays with the home team. Their visiting team tonight because they're the lower seed. Carterville, the home team, but it is the home floor for the Foxes here in this Hamilton County Regional semifinal. And a foul on Colton Hawkins. It's going to be number 2 on Colton.
Yeah, you have to be careful about that. Can't get into that.
Well, he tends to get him in bunches.
He does. He's had a lot of foul trouble this year, but not so much recently.
No, he's done well. You're exactly right. Still 11-9 and away from the ball.
Wow.
The foul.
Calling a double foul. Looks like
It's going to be on Adams and on Carson.
Yeah, that's a big one. That's number 3 on Carson. By my count.
Yep.
That's right.
No, you're right. It's the second on Amarion Adams.
It's only showing 2 on the board. I know he has 3.
So offsetting penalties, basically.
Correct. But you had him down for 2 fouls before that too, did you not?
Yep, absolutely.
So now they're only showing 2 on the board. That's just questionable there.
So with it, here's Miller. Miller behind the back, driving against Jaden Wilson off the glass. He got fouled. The bucket's going to count. Jaden Wilson picks up his first foul. And Braxton Miller. The bucket counts for Miller, his first field goal of the game. Miller did not get in the scorebook in the first game between these two teams. He misses the free throw. The rebound is grabbed by Laban Dial. It's Miller that dribbles through. Now he pulls up toward the corner right, feeds it to Carson. Carson dishes it off to Dial. Now Laban has to dribble out across the Fox logo at midcourt. Brings it to Braxton Miller. Miller, he's going to bring it here to the near side. Jabs inside the arc and reverses back out. Kessler, bounce pass up top to Laban Dial. Dial to Miller, 6:50. Hamco showing some patience here on this possession. Carterville's matched up man-to-man defensively. Miller, baseline drive, feeds Carson. Adams is there to stop him. Ball stolen. Good job by the Lions. The other way. Coming in and tapping the ball out of bounds, Jack Zellers. So Carterville's basketball, far sideline, or far end line rather.
Carterville should have had a run out and ended up getting the ball slapped out of bounds from behind. Lions need to wake up a little bit, down 13-9.
Jaden Wilson comes out of the game. And Maddox Gully's back on the floor. So right now it's Kimbrough, Hawkins, Gully. They lob it in to Hawkins. He gets the first field goal of the game for him. He took the inbound pass, didn't even touch the ground. Banks it off the board. Carterville back to within 2. It's 13-11 Hamco with the basketball. Near corner, Jace Cross in the game. Skip pass to the right wing. That's Kessler. Now he brings it to Cross. Now it's Miller. Braxton hands it off to Kessler. Back to Miller. Coming up top, up high, that's Jack Zellers. And a whistle underneath is going to be on Braxton Miller. That is going to be turnover number 8 on the Foxes. First game saw Benton beat Carmi White County 53-23 to advance to the final coming up on Friday night. Lions ball though, here's Caden Wilson over to Kimbrough. He's on that left wing. With the right hand dribble, reverses back to Wilson. He takes it on the left wing, into the paint, hangs in the air, forces the shot. Adams gets the rebound to Kimbrough. Waits, bucket for Alex Kimbrough. Ties us up at 13. 5.5 remaining here in the second quarter. Maybe that's the little run the Lions run. They've got.
Coach Miller finally calls a timeout.
Yep.
Took him a while to see him.
So with 5:21 remaining, we have a timeout on the floor, and it's going to be a full timeout. We're tied at 13 at this regional semifinal on News Radio WJPF.
Don't let the name fool you. The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 702.
John Christopher is walloping Woodlawn in the first quarter, 22-4.
Individualized services to their client families. The funeral home you choose is not just the business down the street, but the caring staff that counsels you in one of the most difficult times in your life. From the time of the first phone call, your family is their #1 priority. When you need them, Riggin, Palach, and Burke Funeral Home in Carterville is there.
Welcome back. Dave McKenzie, John Homan, Gannon Dollins back at the studio. Tie ball game 13-all with 5:15 remaining here in the second quarter. Coming out of the timeout, it's Fox's basketball. Laban has it right wing as he drives in against Caden Wilson. Throws it back up top. Jumper from Kessler for 3 is good. Ethan Kessler's got 2 3-pointers, John Homan.
Yes, he does, 2 for 2.
16-13, under 5 to play until halftime. It's Gully to Wilson, straight away 3 for Caden, and that is the first 3-pointer for the Lions, and that's a big one right there.
It is.
Ties us back up at 16. 4:40 remaining. Miller reverses around the top, Out to Kessler. Feeds it back to Miller. He got free in the paint to the corner left. Dial had it. And now Kessler hands it off to Cross. Dial to Kessler. Kessler around the screen. Kicks it right side. Back to Kessler in the paint. Puts it up with the right hand. Off the side of the backboard. No good. And it's Amarion Adams that got the rebound. Here comes Hawkins. Hawkins loses the handle. Finds Kimbrough. Sets the screen. Kimbrough dribbles around the top. Lost it for a second. Bumps into the defender. Short jumper. Too strong. And Hamco comes away with it. Here comes Miller. Braxton at the free throw line trying to feed it to Carson. Saved from going out of bounds here on the near side. Kessler to Carson. Easy bucket for Caleb Carson. 6 in the game for Carson. 18-16. Maddox Gully crosses up to the block. Reverses. Got away from the defender and gets the easy layup for the Lions. Thought it was going to roll out there for a moment, but it falls. Ties us back up at 18. Here comes Miller. Gully comes out on him defensively, forcing up high. Has to dribble around to the far hash. Now it's Kessler. Kessler looks inside. His left-hand dribble brings it near side. Right off the hands of Laban Dial, out of bounds. Turnover number 9 on the Foxes here in the first quarter.
The Lions just haven't taken advantage of that nearly enough. Only 2 turnovers by the Lions compared to Hamco's 9, yet we're tied at 18-all.
With 3:04 remaining in this regional semifinal game. Winner advances to play Benton coming up Friday night. That's going to be a 7 o'clock tip-off here at Hamilton County. Left wing 3 from Wilson. No good. Carson gets the rebound. Feeds it to Miller. Now it's Kessler. Kessler over on the right corner. Now they bring it back here to the near side. About a 15-footer from Braxton Miller. No good. Long rebound is tipped out to Braxton Miller. Another opportunity here for the Foxes. Miller spins around. Takes it around the screen from Jace Cross. Tried to feed it down low, and I think it was Parker Poole that put a hand out. Oh, that's a break because I thought Parker Poole touched it last.
I thought he did too.
So turnover, the 10th on the Foxes. So Carterville an opportunity to regain the lead here. 2:15 remaining in this first quarter. Wilson to Gully, bounce pass down low to Poole. To Wilson. Straight away 3, banks it home, boy.
Did he call it?
I don't know. We'll have to ask him after the game if he called that. Lions have their biggest lead of the game. It's 3 points, 21-18.
Oh, they led by 4.
Did they lead it by 4? Okay.
Early.
Here comes Kimbrough, the layup with the left hand after the steal. There we go. That's what we want to see. Force the turnover. Points off the turnover, all important. 23-15. Now it's Miller forcing the shot. Gets it to go. How about that?
He just threw it up from somewhere.
Braxton
I don't
Miller.
know how that went in.
Yeah. Hawkins, baseline or free throw line drive. Now to Kimbrough. Feeds it to Poole off the glass for Parker Poole. Now the offense starting to heat up a little bit for the Lions. 5-point lead, 25-20, 65 seconds remaining until halftime. Coming up at halftime, John and I will recap this first half, look at some scores from around the region, and another steal. Hawkins steals it. Carterville on the run. Gully. Now to Wilson, to Hawkins. 3 left of the circle.
Boom.
Good for Colton Hawkins.
Now they're playing some ball.
That's it. They've blown this lead up to 8 points here in the last 60 seconds. Braxton Miller from the elbow. Tried to feed Carson. Throws it away. 13 first half turnovers on the Foxes.
Yeah, it catches up with you at some point, right?
Absolutely. 28-20. 34 seconds remaining. It's Gully. Just a slow pace as he comes across the timeline on the far side from his Huron Jerry Sloan Gymnasium. And Parker Poole Just picked up a foul.
They're looking for something. I mean, goodness gracious, can you not breathe on somebody or what?
Didn't see exactly what happened. So they got to get Parker out because he's got 2. So here comes Amarion Adams.
Wow, that's incredible.
So Amarion sporting some new kicks tonight.
Whistles everywhere.
Here comes Jaden Wilson. And it's going to be Colton Hawkins. It's going to take a seat here with 24 seconds remaining until halftime.
Yeah, you don't want him to pick up a 3rd foul right before the buzzer, do you?
No, you sure don't. So Braxton Miller. Zach Snow on him defensively. Miller breaks him down, gets to the front court. 15 seconds remaining. Thumbs down, whatever that means for the Foxes. Left-hand dribble by Miller, bounce pass up top. Kessler feeds it to Laban Dial. Dial back to Kessler. 15-footer good for Ethan Kessler. He's got 8 first-half points. Carterville can't get the shot off at the end of the first half, but they lead it 28-22 here at Hamilton County. 28-22 is our score. We're going to go on and take a break, and when we come back, we'll talk about this first half of basketball for your Carterville Lions on the road at Hamilton County on News Radio WJPF.
SIU Credit Union now
Hey, go 90 here, if you would, please.
With e-statements accounts. Sign up for free checking and start earning a dividend on balances over $1,000. Open with just $25, and there's no monthly fees when you sign up for e-statements. Get access to over 85,000 free ATMs nationwide and free online banking and valuable SIU CU rewards. To start earning, apply online at siucu.org. Membership required, insured by NCUA.
Rise Performance in downtown Carterville is one of Southern Illinois' best fitness facilities, offering something for the whole family. Members enjoy 24/7 access with 9,000 square feet of equipment. They offer group classes, women's-only classes, youth strength and conditioning, personal training, sports medicine, and massage therapy. Looking for a great variety of cardio equipment? Look no further than Rise Performance. They even have a separate room for free weights. Rise Performance on Division Street, Carterville.
Bank with people you know, who know and love Southern Illinois. First Southern Bank is a community bank that cares for and gives back to the communities we serve. Locally owned, local people, local decisions, and locations throughout Southern Illinois to serve you. First Southern Bank, community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Visit First Southern Bank at firstsouthernbank.net.
Welcome back to Hamilton County High School. Dave McKenzie and John Homan with you. This Lions broadcast brought to you by Polar Whip in Energy. Come taste the legend. The Polar Whip in Energy, a Southern Illinois tradition. They feature car hops where you can call ahead, place your order at 618-988-9210. When you get there, they'll bring that food right out to you. That's at Polar Whip in Energy. It's also, this broadcast is brought to you by Malone's Early Learning Center in Carterville, offering programs for infant to school-aged children as well as pre-kindergarten and Head Start. The best care anywhere, that's Malone's Early Learning Center. Another sponsor of Lions basketball, it's Campbell Brothers Garage and Towing, serving Southern Illinois for 50 years. Full-service garage with new computerized four-wheel alignment machine. If you need a tow, call 618-942-4875. Well, in the first quarter, Hamilton County was outstanding. They had the lead over the Lions 11-9 at the end of the first quarter. Here in the second quarter, the Lions finally kind of took control there about the last 3 minutes of the quarter as they lead at 28-22. Looking at the scoring first for the Foxes and Coach Doug Mill, they are led by the 8 points so far from Ethan Kessler, 6 from Caleb Carson, 4 from Jack Zellers, and 4 from Braxton Miller. That's the 22 points scored by the Foxes. Carterville, Caden Wilson already to double digits with 10. 4 from Alex Kimbrough, 5 from Colton Hawkins, 6 from Parker Poole, 2 from Maddox Gully.
And team-wise, shooting the basketball, the Carterville Lions shot the ball much better in the second quarter. Lions are 12 out of 22 for the half, 54%. They'll take that any day of the week. They're 60% on threes, 3 for 5. Hamilton County 9 for 13, only took 13 shots. They did go to the free throw line some, but they turned it over so much. They only got 13 shots, but they made 9 of them for a 69% from the field. Can they do that again in the second half? I don't think so. Second, also on three-point shots, I had them 2 for 2, 100%. So Hamco playing, I think, way above its head right now, at least based on the last time that the Foxes played the Lions, where the Lions blew them out by 30. I just can't believe that Hamco's going to continue to play this well, but they are on their home floor, and that makes a difference to a lot of teams.
I mean, I guess the bright spot, if you're Hamilton County, if Coach says, you know, we had 13 turnovers and we're only down 6 points at the half, we're in this ball game right now. Carterville's going to have to do a much better job scoring points off the turnovers. The defense is going to be fine. The Carterville's defense was outstanding.
It was
but you got to
good.
give good shooting to the Foxes here this evening.
Have one score, see, over at Effingham. Heron leading Mattoon 30-15 at the half. We have a final score from the Christopher Regional. It was Oakville coming from behind to defeat Sestervalier 55-48. That's at the Christopher Class 1A Regional. And then we have from the Class 3A Regional, it was Mount Vernon defeating Carbondale 53-36 in the semifinal round here this evening so far. Then Marion Wildcats will play in the second game of that semifinal.
Here's some other scores for you this evening. Goreville over Century 92-46. It was Benton over Carmine White County 53-23. Oakville beats Sestervalier, ends the Red Devils season 55-48. Also some other scores this evening. Central beats Nashville.
And I thought Nashville just played last night and won, but
Boys varsity. This is showing a final.
Okay.
Central over Nashville 38-36.
That would be right, because Nashville won on Monday. That's what it was. So their Hornets are eliminated.
Okay.
By Breeze Central.
Okay. Staunton over Roxana 52-28. Also, we have repeat. Let's slide down here. 59, we don't need that one. Metro East Lutheran over Lincolnwood, we don't need that. 35-20.
Cairo and
Galatia.
That's a really good ball game.
Halftime score, Cairo leads 32-28. Got a couple of finals here. Centralia knocks off Charleston 77-33. Mount Vernon, a winner over Carbondale 53-36. You have Troy Triad that got the win over Cahokia 47-31.
I believe Marion will be playing Olney, I believe, in the second game over at Carbondale this evening.
It is Olney, Richland County. You're exactly right. Massac beat Murfreesboro 59-52.
Is that right?
How about that?
Wow. You talk about wow, there's a shocker of the night.
Yeah.
And maybe a little bit more. I guess that loss that Carterville dealt Murfreesboro Friday night really had some staying effect.
Wow.
My goodness.
Yeah, Massac County. And Massac County, kind of underrated. They hadn't played really well. They haven't played like they normally do for Joe Hossman, but played at the right time.
That's at Anna Jonesboro.
Yeah.
And now you have to start thinking, well, that probably Massac could go on and win it.
Absolutely.
Wouldn't that be a shocker?
Absolutely. But, that's the upset of the night right there.
Absolutely.
28-22 is our score here at Hamilton County. We'll go on and take another break. We'll be back in 90 seconds on News Radio WJPF.
As a parent, you want the best care for your family, and at Shawnee Health, we provide just
Wow.
that. I'm Dr. Kai Fansuri from Shawnee Health's Carterville location. Our team, including Dr. Mathine Nexed and nurse practitioners Amanda Reynolds and Teresa Johnson, offer comprehensive care for every member of your family, from newborns to grandparents. Whether it's checkups, managing conditions, or sports physicals, our Carterville team is here to keep your family healthy. Call to schedule an appointment or visit ShawneeHealth.com. Go Lions!
The Bank of Heron has been serving Southern Illinois since 1937, offering everything from checking and savings accounts to loans and a full-service trust department. With convenient locations and a dedicated professional staff,
What was that score with Mass at 59-52?
The communities we serve plays an integral role in how we do business, proving it's not just a bank, it's a relationship. The Bank of Heron. Find out more at Bank of Heron.
Somebody said their star point guard that scores for them only had 2 points.
Cold weather has arrived.
Welcome back to Hamilton County. This Lions broadcast brought to you by Mayor Brad Robinson and the city of Carterville. Wanting to remind you of the Carterville 311 smartphone app. The Carterville 311 app, it's a free download you can get at the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store. And with the Carterville 311 app, you can receive push notifications. You can report problems through the app, including photos and the exact location where troubles are going on. You can even call or email departments or elected officials. Download the app. It's the Carterville 311 app. And the city of Carterville says, let's go Lions.
Here that looks like Logan's taking out some frustration on Wren Lake after losing at Wren Lake earlier. Just up by 31 points here in the second half.
It was going to be a focus game for
I imagine so.
Logan tonight. Carterville's basketball. Carterville's basketball starting here in this second half as they have a 6-point lead, up 28-22, moving right to left now here on your radio dial. Here comes Kimbrough into the paint, reverses, got free for the little short jumper, couldn't finish it though, and the rebound pulled down by the Foxes. They have it into the front court. Here's Miller. Braxton backs it up. 28-22 our score here in the third quarter. At the elbow, Carson throws it back up top to Miller. Miller dribbles around, gets the screen, backs it back up toward midcourt with Gully on him defensively. Miller just keeps looking inside, keeps the dribble, lobs it down low to Carson. He can't finish. Ball tipped out. Hawkins tipped it right back to the Foxes. Down low and coming in and fouling from behind, Caden Wilson.
He would have scored otherwise.
Yep. And that is going to put Jack Zellers at the stripe shooting free throws. Just a minute in. Zellers, who's got 4 on the evening, he's 2 for 2 from the line, now 3 for 3 from the line.
We've bragged a lot this year on Carterville's defense, and deservedly so, but I think the interior defense has not been getting the job done in this ball game.
I agree, 100%. Second is good from Zellers. So it's a 4-point lead now for Carterville. And Hawkins just picked up number 3.
I think he's a marked man here tonight.
Shane Hawkins takes a bench, crosses his arms, taps the right foot, looking away, squirms in his seat. Now folds his arms across his knees as he looks at Hamco with the basketball. Carson at the elbow, lobs it back up top to Miller. 6:30 remaining here, 28-24, Lions a 4-point lead. With it now is Kessler. Kessler to the left wing to Laban Dial. Dial bumps off the defender, that's Wilson. Hands it back to Miller. Miller around the top of the key to the left wing, inside the arc to Kessler. Kessler across the free throw line, feeds the post, down low. With it is Zellers off the glass and good. Jack Zellers pulls Hamilton County to within 2. It's 28-26 here at this regional semifinal. Out of bounds, it's going to stay with the Carterville Lions.
Again, hate to keep going over and over it, but gave up the layup down low. You can't defensively give that up.
Here's Maddox Gully. Gully to Wilson over on the right wing, Kimbrough. Kimbrough looks at the post. That's Hawkins asking for it. Double team there. Triple team. Feeds Kimbrough off the glass and good. The bucket's going to count. What a finish from Alex Kimbrough.
Well, they're getting roughed up inside the paint. They're leaning all over Hawkins and not calling it. And they were leaning all over Kimbrough, but he muscled it in.
Laban Dial just picked up his second. So Kimbrough, you're exactly right, John. 6 for Kimbrough with a chance at the three-point play. 5:43 on the clock. Free throw's good from Alex. 7 in the game for Kimbrough. Lions back up 5 now, 31-26. Miller across the timeline to Zellers. Zeller with left-hand dribble, bumps into Hawkins playing with those 3 fouls. Baseline drive, pass tip, and it winds up with Laban Dial. Kessler gets it in the corner. Now it's Miller. Miller behind the back, got free of the defender. The runner with the right hand, too strong. Wilson the rebound. Outlet pass to Alex Kimbrough for the Lions. Spins off the block, gets fouled and hits the floor. And the foul is going to be the 4th on Caleb Carson.
Well,
4th on our records.
But not going to be 4th on the board.
I know.
And I don't know why. I wish somebody could explain. I wish, something got changed because it showed him clearly with an extra foul at one point.
You're right.
We both had it marked down.
Alex knocks down that free throw.
But ours don't count, Dave.
No, they don't. I know. Could you hear the disappointment in my voice?
I did.
Okay.
Deservedly so.
Second from Kimbrough's good. Way to go, Alex.
Can I go on record and say I don't like these seats?
Yeah.
Okay. You can't see the whole floor. You're not really in a good position.
That's true. It's 33-26. 6-point lead for Carterville. Kessler, left of the circle, whips it over to the right wing, gets it right back top of the key. Now with it, it's Dial. Feeds it off to Cross. Cross, fadeaway jumper, no good.
Oh.
And come flying in. It's Laban Dial that gets it. Dribbling around the top of the key, Zellers forces his way in. The foul on Kimbrough. That's going to be the first on Alex. And at the stripe, it's going to be Jack Zellers. This Lions broadcast brought to you by IBEW Local 702, the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 702, providing a better lifestyle for members and a better life for all. Zellers, 5 for 5 from the line this evening. 3 for 3 here in the second half.
Lions got the miss, but they didn't get the rebound, and now they're paying for it.
That free throw no good. So Gully. He brings the ball across the timeline for the Lions. Right to left. Carterville, the home team here in their white uniforms. Wilson's jumper just a little short. Laban Dial the rebound. Outlet pass just threw it away. That is the first turnover, though, here in the second half. Hamilton County had 13 first half turnovers. Carterville just was not able to take good advantage of the opportunities coming off the turnovers, though. With it, Gully to Hawkins. Leaves it for Wilson. Caden to Gully, and in step 3. That's off the back of the iron, no good. Braxton Miller, the rebound. He's on the run. Outlet pass. Threw it out to Kessler. He reverses it back out to Cross. Cross to Miller. Open 3, no good.
Oh,
and Cross,
rebound.
Zellers had the ball, and Carterville fouls Zellers. And that is going to be Kimbrough, I believe.
Yeah. Alex did not box out properly, and they end up getting an offensive rebound. Not a shooting foul, though.
It's the second foul on Alex Kimbrough. Second team foul on Carterville here in the third quarter. Kessler, free throw line jumper. Was saved by Cross, but he threw it right to Carterville. Poole off the glass. And a blocking foul is going to be on Jack Zellers. Second on Zellers. And Parker Poole can go to the line. Parker, 6 first half points. But he's playing with 2 fouls, and he goes to the line here. Poole, number 23, the senior. He had 14 the first time these two teams played. This Lions broadcast brought to you by Campbell's Brothers Garage and Towing since 1975 with full-service garage and towing. Need a tow? Get locked out of your call. Call Campbell Brothers, 618-942-4875. Parker misses the second free throw. The ball was tipped out of bounds. Last touched by Hamilton County. Officials say it was off the hands of Zeller. So another opportunity here for Carterville. They lead it 34-27. And it's going to be Colton Hawkins. That triggers in from the sideline. They lob it into Gully. He backs it up toward that Fox logo at midcourt. Hands it to Colton. Step back three for Colton Hawkins straight away. Buries it. His second three-pointer. He's got 9 in the game. Lions have pushed it out to a 10-point lead, 37-27. 3:20 remaining here in the third quarter. It's Braxton Miller at the elbow, reverses it to Kessler. Kessler just kind of looking along as he drove down, put up the shot, no good. The ball hit out of the hands of Zellers. Last touch by Carterville. It's going to stay with the Foxes.
Lions did not get the defensive rebound, and the Foxes will get a second chance.
3 subs coming in for Coach Shane Hawkins. Logan Engel, Jaden Wilson, and Amarion Adams replacing Kimbrough, Gully, and Parker Poole. Also on the floor for the Lions, Colton Hawkins with Jaden Wilson. Forcing his way in, and that is going to be a blocking foul called on Jaden Wilson.
It's on Caden.
Or, excuse me, Caden, his second.
Yeah, it would have been great if he could have drawn a charge, but he ended up making contact prematurely, got the block.
So Zellers, Jack, the 6'3 senior, he's got 9.
They're playing much better tonight than they did at Benton.
I was just going to say, in the first game, Zellers only had 4 points.
Yeah.
I mean, Carterville blew out Hamilton County. 58-25, had the running clock. This was at the BIT.
Yeah.
And Carterville almost turned it over. Logan Engel saves it from going out of bounds.
They're trying to trap him in the corner.
2:50 remaining here, 37-28, the 9-point lead. Hawkins reverses around, found an open Engel, right corner, good for Logan Engel. Logan comes on the floor, hits a three-pointer. 40-28, good job, boys. 2:30 remaining. It's Kessler's 3 in and out. Wilson the rebound for the Lions. Oh, but he had the ball stripped out from behind, off the glass, and a foul call on Caden Wilson. And that's going to be 3 on Caden. And at the line is going to be Jace Cross, the junior. Cross just ripped the ball. Caden grabbed the rebound and didn't realize Cross was behind him. And Cross just came around, grabbed the ball, and put up the shot. Couldn't get the bucket to fall, and he can't get the first free throw to go. This Lions broadcast brought to you by Stephen Rich's Barber Styling on South Division Street in Carterville for men, women, and children, offering cut, styling, and perming, and walk-ins are welcome. That's Stephen Rich's Barber Styling in Carterville. As Cross hits the free throw. Down low, Engel missed the shot, battling for the ball, and they say Logan was the last one to get a hand on it as he fell into the crowd of students here on the baseline left.
Not much room to operate there between the baseline and the crowd. You're talking about 2 feet.
There's not much room on the floor here. What a beautiful gym, though. I love this place.
It's a gorgeous gym. Yes, and a lot of space.
And all of the awards, you know, the banners,
yes.
And you see the photos.
I think it's fantastic.
It is a very, very nice here at Hamilton County. I always like to come up here. Top, Braxton Miller. Miller backs it up with Engel on him defensively. Crosses up on Logan. Got to the paint. Off the glass, short. Rebound, Hamco.
Oh, my goodness.
Amarion Adams picks
Another
up his
offensive
third
rebound.
foul.
Wow, they're getting killed on the offensive
They
glass.
are. You're exactly right. Adams picks up. No, they called it on Caden Wilson. That is the 4th on Caden.
Maybe they gave Carson's foul to him.
My goodness. It may be. As Zellers hits the free throw. 11 in the game for Jack Zellers. And like I said, he had 4 points the first time these two teams met. Here's the second. Hits that one. He's 4 of 6 from the line here in the second half. Goes out of the game, gets slaps from all the teammates over there. 9-point lead. Carterville's up 40-31, but Caden Wilson playing with 4 fouls. He's on the bench right now. Here's Jaden. J-Will across the free throw line, reverses it out. Engel head fake to Kimbrough. Alex up top, crosses up at the elbow, dishes it off. Jaden Wilson, 3, left wing, no good, and a foul.
I think they said the ball went out of bounds on the shot.
Okay.
Ball apparently hit the top of above the top of the backboard.
So here come the Foxes with it. Does that count as a turnover?
It does not.
Okay.
Just a missed shot.
40-31 here. 75 seconds remaining in this third quarter. Alex Kimbrough.
Calling it tight.
Make sure my numbers are right. It is on Kimbrough.
It's his third.
It's going to be the third on Alex.
And they are
Jace Cross.
already in the bonus here.
Yeah. And still have 65 seconds left. As Cross bricks that first free throw. This broadcast brought to you by Malone's Early Learning Center in Carterville, offering programs for infant to school-age children, as well as pre-K and Head Start. Best care anywhere, Malone's Early Learning Center. Second free throw, no good for Jace Cross.
That helped out a little bit.
And just an easy touch foul up top called on Laban Dial.
If you're going to call him one way, you got to call him the other way.
Yeah, no, I
a little
agree.
touch foul, you're right. It was just a little touch foul.
It's going to be the third on Dial.
And I'm personally, I'm against that. I mean, let the kids play a little bit. I mean, if it's, you get somebody hammered, call it, but don't call the little touch fouls.
I agree. So here's J. Will. Gets it to Hawkins. Colton got hacked. See, that should have been called, and no call there.
Goodness, no kidding.
There's Hawkins now to Adams. Crossing over, Engel. Open jumper, Amarion Adams off the neck of the rim. No good. Logan Engel rips it away, puts it up, can't get it to go. Gets his own rebound. Off the glass, gets fouled. Oh, they say he traveled with the ball.
Impossible. My goodness.
Oh,
wow.
My. First turnover here in the second half on the Lions.
Wow. Well, okay.
9-point lead with 40 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Lions up 40-31. Miller dribbles with the right hand. 28, 27, 26. Hamco wants to hold for the final shot. Carterville matched up man-to-man. Engel comes out to put pressure on Miller. He's got the ball. 15 seconds remaining. 14, 13. Miller back and forth between the legs, back, forth, 8, 7, 6, crosses up at the elbow, step back, got free, skip pass left wing to Kessler. Kessler has to throw it up, no good. Rebound, no good. At the end of the third quarter. Lions lead it 40-31 here at Hamco. Just one quarter left. Who is going to advance to take on the Benton Rangers Friday night? We'll answer that for you coming up when we return in 60 seconds on News Radio WJPF.
At the Bank of Heron, we know that between family and work, it can be a challenge to find the time to take care of things like going to the bank. And really what you need is a way to do your banking on the go. Well, we've got good news. With the
It's 3 out of 9 from the field. They're hit and miss on their shooting. Good bad first quarter, good second quarter, bad third quarter.
Just a few of the ways our mobile banking app can save you a trip to the bank. We love for you to come and see us, but now you don't have to. The Bank of Heron, it's not just a bank, it's mobile banking. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
John A. Logan College
71-37 Logan.
area high schools in the classroom and on the playing field. John A. Logan offers high school students the opportunity to earn college credit while in high school. Students can get a jump start on their college careers while saving money. After high school, students can easily transition to one of
I didn't expect it to be that bad.
education programs or a
Marion's up
traditional
35-12 in the third.
program.
We start play here in the fourth quarter. 40-31 is our score. Hamilton County with the basketball. And a foul, or excuse me, a travel called on the Foxes. It's going to be their third turnover here in the second half. Carterville's ball. 9-point lead. Lions trailed by 2 at the end of the first. They were up 6 at halftime. Adams, jumper, no good. And Carterville forces another turnover. They get it, corner right, Hawkins, an open 3. Good for Colton Hawkins. Timeout on the floor, called by Doug Mill. He needs to talk to his Foxes. The Lions have jumped it out to a 12-point lead here. And it is going to be a full timeout. 43-31 here at Hamilton County. Back in 60 seconds on News Radio WJPF.
Free ATMs nationwide and free online banking and valuable SIUCU rewards. To start earning, apply online at SIUCU.org. Membership required, insured by NCUA.
Welcome back to Lions basketball. Dave McKenzie and John Homan with you at this regional semifinal. Lions up 12, 43-31, coming out of the timeout here in the fourth quarter. Miller. As the Hamco fans stomping their feet. Miller, open 3, short on the jumper, and the foul is going to be on Kimbrough.
Wow.
That's going to be the fourth on Alex. So Alex with 4 fouls, Caden Wilson with 4 fouls, Colton Hawkins with 3, Parker with 2, Jaden Wilson with 1. So Kimbrough has to come out of the game. Zach Snow comes into the game. With the ball, Dial to Kessler, to Carson, ran into Snow, traveled, jump ball, and the possession arrow is going to give it to the Lions. Good job there by Zach Snow, reaching in. Jaden Wilson has it up top, got broke free of the defender. Right side, Ingles 3, no good. And the rebound is grabbed by Zellers for Hamco. Feeds it out to the left wing. Kessler launches the 3, well short. Laban Dial the rebound. Now he skips it to the right side. Miller, Braxton to Kessler. Kessler around the top. Dial was wide open, buries at 3. From the right wing, Laban Dial's first field goal makes it a 9-point lead for Carterville. They're up 43-34. Jay Will now to Zach Snow. Head fake by Zach into the paint. Just lost the handle. Gave it right away to the Foxes. The other way, the right-hand runner from Zellers is good. 14 in the game.
Another
for
steal.
Zellers.
But they didn't convert.
And there's a foul on the floor before the shot. It's going to be Zellers that picks up his third. Wow. Wild and crazy stuff going on here at Hamilton County. So Maddox Gully steps to the baseline. He'll throw it in. Lions up 43-36. Laban Dial and Miller on Hawkins. They get it in, though, to Jaden Wilson. Jaden here on the left wing. Pass was intended for Gully. Foxes steal it. Pass tipped around. Carson off the glass got fouled out, and it's going to be Amarion Adams. Believe it picks up his third foul. So Carterville's Shane Hawkins is going to have to go get Parker Poole, get Caden Wilson.
You have to.
Get them into the game. They got to try to settle this down as Caleb Carson hits the free throw. This Lions broadcast.
They're back in the game.
Yeah, they are. Snow comes out. Marion Adams comes out. Caleb Carson at the line. Carson was 7. Free throw, misses. Poole grabs the rebound. So Gully, 5.5 remaining. Lions are up 6. It's 43-37. Winner of this game will be back here Friday night to take on the Benton Rangers. Elbow jumper from Hawkins, too strong. Nice tip by Parker Poole.
Lucky no
Gets
call
it
there.
to, yeah, it was. Wilson, Jaden, now to Hawkins, and Laban Dial picks up his 4th for Hamilton County. 5:16 remaining. Coming into the game is going to be Jace Cross. He replaces Laban Dial, who leaves with those four fouls. So Carterville's ball. Got to get it in. They get it to Gully in the backcourt. Maddox crosses over on Miller. And Miller just picked up the foul. It's going to be the second on Braxton Miller of Hamilton County. So Carterville's ball, baseline left. They get it to Hawkins. Or Wilson, rather. Turned it over. But Hamco turns it right back over to Carterville. Come on, boys. Settle down. Here's Colton Hawkins. Colton, fancy footwork, leaves it for Poole. Parker gets fouled, and that is going to be on Caleb Carson, and he may have just fouled out. The foul?
Well, by our count, yes, but on the board it'll be 4.
Yep. .42. So they called that on Braxton Miller, and I've only got him for 3. But they're showing 4 on the board, so that may be where.
Okay.
So Parker misses the first free throw. Needs the second one. Hits the second one. 7 in the game for Parker Poole. He had 14 the first time these two teams played. That was back in January at the BIT. 44-37 here, 4:35 remaining. With the ball, out on the right wing, Cross. Up top to Braxton Miller. Braxton down the lane, right-hand layup. Oh, just rolled off the front. He couldn't finish as it opened up for him. And Hawkins had the rebound, and he got the ball stripped. And 5th turnover on the Lions here in the second half.
I have 7.
Yeah, you're right. And Carson misses. An easy bunny shot.
Boy, I tell you, the Lions are really not playing well here in the last several minutes of this ball game, last few minutes.
And are getting so lucky.
Yes.
And we have a timeout on the floor that's called by Coach Doug Mill. And it comes here at the 4:07 mark. It is going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll be back in 30 on News Radio WJPF.
Central Hospital for Animals in Marion.
Lions broadcast is brought to you by the City of Carterville and Mayor Brad Robinson. Once again, download the Carterville 311 app. You can get it at the Google Play or the Apple App Store. It's free. You can receive push notifications, report problems, including photos, and the exact location where the problems are. You can call or email department or elected officials. City of Carterville said, let's go Lions, and Parker Poole gets an easy bucket for the Lions. 9 now for Parker. Carterville back up 9, 46-37.
That was a good assist by Wilson.
Yes, it was, as Kessler got bumped by Hawkins. They're going to say the bucket's going to count. Is that right?
Yeah. I think. Let's see.
21, block.
No, they're waving off the basket.
Yeah, they're going to wave off the basket. So
say it's on the floor.
4th now on Colton Hawkins. So here comes Kimbrough. Shane Hawkins wants to save Colton for the last couple of minutes of the game. So right now it's going to be Gully Poole, Jaden Wilson, Caden Wilson, Alex Kimbrough. As the inbound pass is thrown in, Laban Dial tracks it down, kept it from going into the backcourt. And now it's Kessler. Ethan Kessler, fade away in the paint. Alex Kimbrough just fouled out.
Yeah.
So now Colton may have to come right back in the game. I've got him for 5. Sport has him for 5. Here at the 3:35 mark.
Yeah, they have the Lions for 5.
Shane Hawkins talking to the official. He's got 30 seconds to put a sub in. So it's going to be Colton that comes in for Alex.
I don't think he wants to do that, but he's going to.
So Alex finishes with 9 points here this evening. He had 5 the first time these two teams played.
He played well.
He did. Kessler at the free throw line hits the first one. 9 in the game now for Ethan Kessler. As Hawkins steps down, he's going to take the post on the low block on the right side of the lane. 3:35 remaining here. This is a regional semifinal matchup. Winner gets Benton Friday night. Kessler cans the second free throw. He's a double-digit 10, and it's a 7-point lead for the Lions. Colton Hawkins playing with 4 fouls. Drives his way into the front court. Carterville just needs to run a little bit of clock here. It looks like they're going to put Dial out on Hawkins. Hawkins knows how to play. He can back into you. He knows how to kind of agitate things and make you come out. And he gets the foul, and it was Jace Cross that picks up the foul.
I thought it was on Keller. It's on Zellers, I believe. Yeah. That's 4 on Zellers, according to the board.
Yeah. So Colton.
Make the free throws, put the game away. That's what you have to do.
It's that first one.
Especially when you're on the road, right?
Yes, absolutely. Colton is at 13 points. Second free throw, short. Ball tipped, last touch by Hamilton County. And it's going to be Carterville basketball as Carson got the hand on it. Jaden Wilson comes out of the game. Here comes Logan Engel. Logan, the senior, helped close this out for the Lions. 3:09 remaining, Carterville's ball. Hawkins bounced pass to Gully. Had the ball stolen from behind by Braxton Miller. He speeds into the front court, finds Kessler. Kessler straight away 3, no good. Rebound, Braxton Miller. Miller to Kessler again. Reverses out to Miller. Back to Kessler, step back 3, buried.
Where was this team over at the Benton Invitation?
I'm telling you, 13 for Kessler. 5-point ball game here this evening. Here comes Jaden Wilson off the glass, short, and a foul, and that's going to be Caleb Carson's 5th.
I don't know. They're showing 4
they
on
could
the
call.
board.
They could call it on anybody else.
That's his 4th foul.
That is the 4th on Caleb. Yeah. Come on, Caden Wilson. Setting on 10 points. Nothing here in the second half. He's got his first point in the second half, averaging about 11 a game, and he's on 11 right now. Second from Wilson. Doesn't fall. Foxes get the rebound.
That's 2 missed free throws the last 2 trips down the floor.
See, here comes Miller. Braxton to the left wing to Kessler. Ethan back to Braxton at the free throw line, trying to back Logan Engel down. Good D by Engel, kicks it out to Kessler. He reverses it back to the left wing, back to Miller. He's in the corner now. He's been everywhere tonight for the Foxes. And timeout called by Coach Mill with 2:09 remaining here in the ball game. Lions lead it by 6. They're up 48-42. It's going to be a full timeout, and we will return in 60 seconds on News Radio WJPF.
Dave, if you want to write it down, 103.63 Logan over red light. 103.63.
Your heating system just quit. Last week your car needed repairs. Life doesn't always go as planned. At Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating in Carterville, they understand. That's why at Charlie's,
it was at
they
Carterville,
won't sell you
yes.
something you don't need. They diagnose the problem and tell you exactly what's needed. No gimmicks, whether it's a fix or a whole new unit. And
high schools in the classroom and on the playing field. John A.
Sorry about that,
Logan
everybody
offers
online
students
had
the
it muted.
opportunity to earn
Sorry.
college credit while in high school. Students can get a jump start on their college careers while saving money. After high school, students can easily transition to one of the college's career and
Thank you for
technical
watching, by the way.
programs, or a traditional baccalaureate transfer program. No matter your path, you'll know why everyone
Christopher
says,
put
"Why
it
would
to
you go
Woodlawn
anywhere else?" Good luck this season,
71-42.
and visit jalc.edu.
50-42 our score here at Hamilton County. Dave McKenzie, John Homan with you. Winner of this game is going to play Friday night against the Benton Rangers for the regional championship. Sectional round is at Carterville High School.
Boy, that would be special, wouldn't it, if the Lions could find a way?
I'd like that.
I'd certainly hope the Lions show out
Have an
Friday with the
opportunity
crowd
to
if
play.
they win here tonight.
That would be awesome. Carterville,
Traveling.
yeah, turned it over. So with 70 seconds remaining, 8-point lead for Carterville, up 50-42. Laban Dial. Dial kicks it back to Miller. He takes to the block off the glass, gets it to go. Braxton Miller doesn't have a lot of points tonight. He's got 6, but he's been everywhere for the Foxes. 6-point lead, 50 seconds remaining. And timeout is called once again by Shane Hawkins.
And get Colton back in on the offensive end.
Yep. And he's going to take a full timeout. 51 seconds remaining. 50-44. We'll be back in 60 on News Radio WJPF.
I don't know how you keep it straight anyway.
Street.
50-44 is our score. 51 seconds remaining. Carterville's ball. They get it into Logan Engel. He spins away from the defenders. Foxes are going to have to come out and foul here. 45 seconds. They only trail by 6, so every second they let Carterville keep going as there's a foul finally called.
I think the Lions wanted to keep the ball in Colton or Caden's hands, but ended up with Jaden, so we'll see if the southpaw sophomore can go there and drain a couple or not.
He's looking for his first point of the night. Might as well knock it down here. The left-hander fires and hits the first one.
Never a doubt, Jaden.
Jaden averaging about 2.7 per ball game. 51-44. Carterville has all 4 players other than Wilson behind him. He steps up, knocks down 2 free throws. Good job by Jaden Wilson. Here comes Miller behind the back, down the lane, trying to feed it to Carson. He got free, short-armed the layup, ball on the floor, and it's tied up. It was a jump ball. Possession arrow keeps it with the Foxes. So they throw it into Miller. Now Carson, 30 seconds remaining here in this ball game. Kessler's 3 from long range.
They're just throwing it up from downtown and it's going down.
16 for Ethan Kessler. And we have a timeout on the floor called by Coach Mill. And we'll take a break. We'll be back in 30 seconds here on News Radio WJPF.
SIU Credit Union now offers
Coming up in our postgame show, John and I will recap this game. We'll go through scores from around the region. Shane Hawkins will come up. He'll join us for a postgame. We didn't have a chance to talk to Coach before the game, but we'll have an opportunity to have him on during our postgame for our John A. Logan Coaches Show. That's coming up here in about 26 seconds, game time. That's all that's left on the clock. Lions have a 5-point lead. They are up 52-47 coming out of the timeout. Length of the floor to go for the Lions. You know Hamco's going to be fouling. They reverse. They get it to
Smart
Hawkins.
move.
That was smart, and that's the guy you want shooting free throws.
Might want to describe to the fans what just happened
Well,
there. You had two
Colton
people
Hawkins
inbound.
had the ball on the far baseline. And since it was coming off the make from Hamilton County, that allowed Maddox Gully to come to the baseline, take the ball from Hawkins, and trigger it right back in to Colton Hawkins. And he gets fouled.
Which is what they wanted.
That's exactly what
Very,
they wanted.
very well orchestrated. Although he missed the free throw.
And he misses the first free throw. Now, I have seen a bunch of videos this week of where teams have tried that, and they were called for the turnover because they tried it after the ball was dead ball.
Right,
it wasn't after a make.
Not after a basket, right, okay. Gotcha.
There, Colton knocks down that second one. 14 for Colton, 20 seconds remaining. Kessler's three, air ball. Hawkins has it. Three, reach in. There. Officials are going to get together. Are they going to call the foul? They do. Thought for a second.
So beyond Zellers, his fifth.
That is going to be. As Jack Zellers, with 15 seconds left in the game, the Hamco fans on their feet here honor the 6'3" senior as he goes to the bench for the final time in his high school career. Colton Hawkins, the opportunity to ice it here for the Lions. First one's good for Colton. 15 in the game. (54-47). 7-point lead. Hawkins, the junior. Second free throw in the air. Short, comes right back to him. Carterville can run it out. Fox is back off. How about that? Carterville is going to advance to the regional final coming up Friday night as they win it here this evening, 54-47 in the regional semifinal. 54-47 is the final score. The Hamilton County Foxes, their season comes to a close. They finish with a record of 21-10 on the year. The Carterville Lions improved to 18-12 on the season, and they have now won 8 games in a row. 54-47, the final score here in this regional semifinal post-game. Starts next on News Radio WJPF.
5 field goals in the second half for the Lions. 5.
Full-service funeral home, serving
That's a
Southern
stunner to
Illinois
me.
since 1930. They provide dignified, caring, and individualized services to their client families. The funeral home
you
Six.
take 60 or
Six.
90 here.
Sorry,
Go 90, please.
But the caring
One.
staff that counsels you in one of the most difficult
What'd you say, John? I'm sorry.
Double checking.
From the time of the
One.
first phone call, your family is their number
2.
one priority.
There was, I missed
when
that,
you need
2.
them, Riggin
3,
Palachi
4.
Funeral Home in Carterville
It looked like
is
it's
there.
5.
At the Bank of Heron, we know the recipe for success begins with the right
4.
ingredients. So we've taken services like mobile banking and teen debit
Yeah,
accounts,
5 field goals in
added
the
in
second half.
helpful employees and a full
1,
trust
2,
department,
3,
and topped it off with a commitment
4,
of service to our
5, 6,
communities.
7,
Put
8.
it all together, and it's clear why the
9
Bank of
misses,
Heron is
5
a
out of
leader
14
in
in
the
the second
communities we
half.
serve. Community strong, the Bank of Heron, it's not just a bank, it's a relationship. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Bank with people you know, who know and love Southern Illinois. First Southern Bank is a community bank that cares for and gives back to the communities we serve. Locally owned, local people, local decisions, and locations throughout
They had
Southern
6
Illinois
field goals
to serve
second
you.
half.
First Southern Bank, community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Visit First Southern Bank at firstsouthernbank.net.
54-47 is the final score here from Hamilton County. The Lions, who did not start off the game well. They trailed at the end of the first quarter 11-9. They did jump out to a 6-point lead at halftime. They were up by 9 at the end of the third, and they win it by 7 going away here in the fourth quarter. 54-47, the final score. They will now face the Benton Rangers for the regional championship coming up on Friday night. That will be a 7 o'clock tip-off here from Jerry Sloan Gymnasium. Looking at the scoring first, we'll start with the Hamilton County Foxes and Coach Doug Mill. What a ball game tonight from Ethan Kessler as he finishes with 15 points for the Foxes. Jack Zellers, the second leading scorer for Hamilton County with 14. Then it was Caleb Carson with 7 points, 3 from Laban Dial, 6 in the game from Braxton Miller, and Jace Cross finishes the game with a single free throw for the Foxes as they have 47 points on the evening. Carterville led by the 15 points from Colton Hawkins here this evening, 13 from Caden Wilson, 9 in the game from Parker Poole, also 9 points for Alex Kimbrough. Jaden Wilson chipped in 2. Logan Engel had a 3-pointer, and it was Maddox Gully with 2 points here this evening, 54-47. Lions only turned the ball over 12 times on the evening, it looks like. Hamilton County turned it over 5, 10, 15, 20 times is what I have in the ball game as the Lions win it 54-47. The Benton Rangers, who beat Carmi White County in game 1 this evening, 53-23. 7 o'clock on Friday night will be the regional championship here at Hamilton County. You able to go yet? Or?
Well, I can go with I'm trying to figure out the percentages here. For the game, shooting the basketball, Carterville Lions were 12 out of 22 in the first half, 5 out of 14 in the second half, 17 of 36 for the game. That's just under 50%, about 47%. They were 3 out of 5 on threes, 3 out of 6 on threes in the second half, 6 out of 11 on threes for the game. That's just a little over 50%. That's a very good job on threes for Carterville tonight. Hamilton County, 9 out of 13 from the field first half, 6 of 23 in the second half total. 15 field goals made, 36 attempts. That takes you down to about 42%, 43%. And on threes, they were 2 out of 2 in the first half, 3 out of 10 in the second half. They were 5 of 12 for the game, about 45, 46%. So there you go on your team shooting. Overall, decent shooting by the Lions, particularly in the second quarter, whenever they took some negative numbers and put them on the
positive side. They did not shoot well the first quarter.
No.
But they win it here this evening, 54-47. Give credit to Hamco. I mean, Carterville popped them 58-25 at the BIT and dominated them from start to finish. And here tonight, Hamilton County came out fighting and, making some mistakes, turning the ball over. And Carterville, they couldn't put them away there early. And Hamco just stayed in the game. And, they were fighting there at the very end. They're only getting beat here this evening by 7 points, 54-47.
Yeah, and you definitely have to give credit to the Foxes. They turned a 30-point running clock a month ago into a nail-biter toward the end, and that's great effort. Playing on the home floor has something to do with it in front of the home crowd. And they have, look, their record, they're 21-9 coming in, so they know how to win, but they certainly did want to show Carterville they're a much better team than what they showed a month ago, and they did.
They did definitely do that. 54-47 is our final score here this evening. The Lions will advance to play Friday night when they take on the Benton Rangers. We're going to go on and take a break here on our postgame. When we come back, we're going to talk to the head coach of the Carterville Lions. Shane Hawkins just crept up behind me. We'll be back in 60 seconds on News Radio WJPF.
Cold weather has arrived, and yeah, it's going to get colder.
That's
And
what I have,
heating
Coach.
system
If that
just
means
quit.
anything to you.
Last week, your car needed
Don't go bailing off the back there.
Life doesn't always go as planned. At Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating in Carterville, they understand. That's why at Charlie's, they won't sell you something you don't need. They diagnose the problem and tell you exactly what's needed. No gimmicks, whether it's a fix or a whole new unit. And as your local York dealer, you can trust Charlie's for top quality York products. Call or visit charliesairandheat.com. Your local York dealer, committed to keeping you comfortable no matter what the temperature is.
Rise Performance in downtown Carterville is one of Southern Illinois' best fitness facilities, offering something for the whole family. Members enjoy 24/7 access with 9,000 square feet of equipment. They offer group classes, women's only classes, youth strength and conditioning, personal training, sports medicine, and massage therapy. Looking for a great variety of cardio equipment? Look no further than Rise Performance. They even have a separate room for free weights. Rise Performance.
Vienna beat Harrisburg on a buzzer beat.
Back at Jerry Sloan Gymnasium here at Hamilton County High School. Carterville advances to play in the regional championship game Friday night. And they take on the Benton Rangers. They win it tonight 54-47. That was not a pretty game at all, Coach Shane Hawkins, especially how the Carterville Lions started in that first quarter. You got to give credit to Hamco. They hung in there, but your Lions did what they needed to do to win.
Yeah, we were not sharp. And when you get into the postseason, you're going to see some things that maybe you haven't seen all year. And we've done enough work on, if they go face guard Colton, or they go face guard K-Dub, or if they get in a box of one, if they get in a triangle and two, we've done enough work on that in practice, but we haven't seen it much in the game. And they hopped out and face guarded Colton early, and then he just wanted to stand. Well, we still have to play. You can't, just because they're going to guard you doesn't mean you just kind of take yourself out of the game and play 4-on-4. So that kind of eliminated our movement of what we were trying to accomplish. We thought if we could get them spread, they couldn't guard us off the bounce, but we never got it spread, and we never got them to come out and guard us out of that because we stood. We stood on pass. We made a pass. We stood. We stood to make the next catch, and we got better. We got a little bit more flow as the game got on, and when you get into postseason, that's what it's about. You're going to have to make adjustments throughout the game, and I thought we did a better job making adjustments offensively than we did defensively. I thought we were bad defensively. We helped uphill a couple times, and Miller's very, very fast. And we talked about we can maybe mess with him in the backcourt, but once he got in the full court, we had to back up a couple steps and keep him in front. We knew that he was a guy who was going to get in the middle of the paint and kick. He's not a guy who goes and scores much. He's not breaking down off the bounce to get in the middle of the paint to score. He's breaking down in the middle of the paint to kick out threes or dump it down to Carson. And we let him get too deep a couple times in the first half. We let him get our post players came up a little bit and dumped it down, and Carson had a couple layups. We just weren't locked in defensively where we needed to be. And then even when we got stops, they just crushed us on the glass tonight. We did a lot of standing and watching, and Kessler and Zellers, they just went flying in and just killed us on the glass, and we were content just to stand and watch. And you get into the postseason, and you have long spurts of that, and your season ends really, really fast. And we're lucky tonight. I think obviously we didn't play our best basketball, but we did enough that you're playing for a regional championship on Friday night.
Coach, one thing that I was curious about, is it hard to convince your kids that they shouldn't just come out and stomp them, considering that you had running clock at Benton a month ago? I mean, from how kids psychologically, yes, absolutely. That kind of thing.
Absolutely. And we talked about it. Obviously they played Eldorado on Monday, so by the time we had met on Tuesday, we said we had Tuesday and we had walkthrough today, and it's like I kept trying to tell them it's not going to be 31-6 at halftime. It's on their home floor. It's in the postseason. The games are different in the postseason. They just are. In whatever sport, whatever level, the games are different. The games they're played different. They're coached different. They're officiated different. everything about them is more amped up. And we knew they were going to fight, and they did. And that shouldn't have been a shock to anybody. And it took us a while to kind of adjust to their aggressiveness and their sense of urgency. But we made a little run there in the second half, and at the end of the first quarter or into the second quarter to get a little separation. We made a run towards the end of the third quarter and got up 11 or 12, I think. And then we went and got a rebound and let them poke it away from us and stick it in. Or we got to stop and didn't get a rebound and they stick it in. And it was kind of that stuff that kept them in the game, is the toughness plays. And I thought the reason we had won seven in a row was because we were mentally and physically tougher than our opponent for the last 7 games. I don't know that we were either one of those tonight. I don't know that we were mentally tougher than them, especially early, and I don't know that we were physically tougher than them. But again, it's the postseason, and we got a bunch of guys who have never played in a postseason basketball game, and there's a learning curve to it. It's different, and hopefully we learned a little bit tonight about how postseason games are played, and maybe we'll learn from that for Friday night.
Well, you get into this position where you're in the postseason and you're playing for your season life.
Yes.
And if you haven't laid it 100% on the floor, laid everything out on the floor in a ball game this season, you're doing it in the final game when the clock is ticking down and there's 3 minutes left and you're down 7, and they're going to give it all that you got. Just to let you know, anything can happen.
That's the postseason. And again, whatever sport, whatever level, it's one play that's going to turn the tide. But you don't know when that play is going to be. Is it going to be a play that starts a run? Is it going to be a play that ends the run? Is it going to be a play that gets momentum swung to your side? Every play in the postseason has that capability. And we talk all regular season about the importance of every single play. And play this possession. Don't worry about the last one. Don't worry about the next one. We have to win this play or win this possession. And just for that reason, because now it is, you have to win possessions. And I thought we got some things figured out there late. We were a little bit better later, but we're playing on Friday.
How much does it help you with that momentum that you've built, the 8 in a row, as you mentioned? How much do you hope will carry over to Friday night? I mean, what kind of matchup are you anticipating with Benton?
It's going to be a bloodbath. It's a top 5 team in the state. It's a team we've played twice. It's a team we know. It's a team they know us. It's going to be about who executes better. What team executes both offensively and defensively. It's kind of like what we just said for possessions in a row. And what we talk about in certain games, obviously the postseason games being those, you have to play every possession like it's Game 7 of the NBA Finals, because it is. I mean, you have to play every possession that you play is the most important possession of the season, because if you don't have that mindset or that mentality, then your season ends real fast. So the mental part of understanding the importance of every possession, but at the same time not stressing you out, but just understand you have to do your job on every single possession, whether it's offensively or defensively. And sometimes you're going to do your job and it still doesn't work out. You can play really good defense and somebody makes a tough shot. Okay, but you know what? At least they earned it.
Yep.
At least they earned that battle. We can live with that. And the mindset is that if we make them earn all of their baskets, it's probably going to work out for us eventually. And it's the same thing offensively. You got to make open shots. You got to finish at the rim. I thought we struggled at the rim early, and then you got to make free throws. We made enough down the stretch.
And to let you know, anything can happen. Massac County beat Murfreesboro tonight.
It's crazy. I mean, it's been playing for the 3rd time. It's
Yep.
Vienna beat Harrisburg. I mean, I'm telling you, it's crazy. It's the postseason. February's different, and because the games mean more, but the emphasis of every game is you get down the stretch, and then when you get into the postseason, it's
do or die.
Do or die. It's win or go home, and I mean, that's what makes the conference tournaments that start at the college level next week especially the low and mid majors where you have one shot to get to the NCAA tournament or your season's over. And then that's what makes the NCAA tournament so exciting. It's because of that mentality of you got to go compete every single play. And people play harder. It's human nature. You play harder in the postseason. You just do. Sometimes you kind of freak yourself out because of the importance of playing for a championship and trying to win a championship. That sometimes you kind of stress yourself out, but the mindset is so important of just being able to go compete at the highest level for as long as it takes. If it takes 32 minutes or 36 minutes or 40 minutes, whatever it takes. And usually what you find out in the postseason, the team that is mentally tougher and physically tougher is usually the team that wins.
Congratulations tonight. You play, you move on.
We do, and I think fourth straight regional final.
Yeah.
And I've looked. I haven't seen that anywhere. I can find it so it may be a first in a program where we're playing for 4 straight regional titles. Now it's so we're getting there. Now it's time to go win one. Go win another one.
That'd be great.
All right, we'll see you guys on Friday. Thank you.
Thank you.
Coach Shane Hawkins joining us on the post game. And the Lions win it 54-47 here this evening at Hamilton County. And as you heard us say, they'll take on the Benton Rangers coming up Friday night at 7 o'clock right here on Jerry Sloan Gymnasium at Hamilton County High School. Good ball game tonight. Lions, like Coach says, it's do or die. You got to win to move on, or else your season is done for the year. And the Lions get it done tonight, a 7-point win, 54-47. Benton Rangers, they won 53-23 to advance on to the championship game. So Carterville and Benton coming up Friday night. We appreciate the work. Gannon Dolan's back at the studio. Thanks, bud. And we'll be back with you coming up at 6:45 Friday evening. We'll start with pregame coverage. We had a short pregame tonight just because we had some time. We had to wait to get set up. But we'll have a full pregame for you coming up on Sunday night. Don't forget, we'll get the video posted for this game. The highlights coming up a little bit later this evening. And be listening to Matt Barney tomorrow morning on River Radio Sports. Darren Kennard, they'll have highlights from tonight's ball game. Lions win it tonight, 54-47. They'll play Friday night. On behalf of Gannon Dolan's back at the studio, for Coach Shane Hawkins, that's John Homan. I'm Dave McKenzie. Have a great night. Thank you for listening to Lions basketball here on News Radio WJPF. God bless everybody.